Guys, I have always said a win is a win, a loss is a loss. There is no in between. There is no gray matter when it comes to gambling. However, some losses are certainly more painful than others. And if you happened to be on Florida State last night, oh my gosh, that was like a dagger through the heart. There was a game where Florida State and Georgia Tech's respective defenses couldn't stop each other. Those teams simply marched up and down the field. It made for a wildly entertaining game. Hell of a lot more entertaining than Ohio State, Wisconsin, did it not? But there you had Florida State holding on, up 9 points, laying the 4 points. You thought the game was in hand, and then Florida State, last possession, 3 and out, and they have to give the ball back to Georgia Tech. And there's a Georgia Tech team that isn't built to throw the ball, isn't built to score quickly, and whose quarterback had struggled all game long, and they march right down the field. They get the touchdown, and you know the final score there, as Tech loses only by 2, getting the ultimate backdoor cover. Now, if you happen to be on Georgia Tech last night, let's face it, guys, you are lucky. But it's okay to be lucky sometimes. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, General Manager of the world's largest online sports handicapping company in the world, and that, of course, is VegasSportsAdvisors.com. And each and every day, I'm here providing my betting advice, my gambling insight based on 20 years as a professional sports handicapper, a career that was really formed and forged based on the experiences I gained as 8.5 years being a sports reporter, being around athletes, coaches, managers, in the locker room, on the field. Those experiences really, as I said, forged and shaped my experience and the way I handicap games. Listen, today I've got 3 more free selections for you, so let's get right to them. And remember, you can catch them here, or you can catch them over on VegasSportsAdvisors.com with my daily video report. Philadelphia, minus 2.5 points at home against Seattle today. I know Seattle comes in here with the number 1 ranked total defense in the league, giving up just a total of 285 yards a game against a Philadelphia offense that is ranked 4th in the league. So you've got a defensive showdown or a defensive squad against an offensive squad. You've got Pete Carroll against Chip Kelly. You think it was the back of the Pac-12 again, right? Here's the deal, though, with Seattle. Yes, it is impressive that they are coming off back-to-back 19-3 victories at home against Arizona and at San Francisco. 2 wins in which they held the 49ers and Cardinals to 368 total yards and 28 first downs. Do you realize 368 yards is like a bad first half for the Eagles? Isn't that the truth, guys? The thing here with Philadelphia, you have an offense that is so far superior to anything the 49ers or the Cardinals can possibly even imagine fielding. So, Seattle shutting down the Cardinals and the 49ers, I'm not that impressed. Now, it is true, Seattle's defense is playing much better with the return of health and form of starting middle linebacker Bobby Wagner and starting safety Cam Chancellor. But this is not the same Seattle defense that you saw a year ago en route to winning the Super Bowl. This is a Seattle defense that doesn't put adequate pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Just 20 sacks in 12 games. I think they had 44 in the regular season a year ago. Guys, they're going to be down 35-40%. And if you give Philadelphia's quarterback, I don't care if it's Nick Foles or Mark Sanchez, time, Chip Kelly's offense is going to put points on the board. The offensive line for Philadelphia, the healthiest it's been all season. You've seen the resurgence of the run game. Now, true, Dallas can't stop anybody on the ground. But on Thanksgiving Day, LaShawn McCoy, 25 carries, 159 yards. Eagles running for 256 yards in that game, 464 total yards in the contest. So I like Philadelphia here to get the win. And the Seattle team has been an underperformer and an underachiever on the road this season. They're also a penalty-prone team. 14 flags thrown on them in the San Francisco game, and they're averaging 8 penalties a game. Your next game also on the late card, I like Denver, minus 10 points at home against the Bills, playing only their second road game since October 23rd. You know Broncos have scored at least 31 points in all but 1 home game this season. I was very impressed where they went to Kansas City last Sunday, opened up the 20-6 lead, and rolled to the easy, dominating victory against the Chiefs, holding a pretty good Kansas City offense, and especially Jamal Charles in check. Chiefs in that game only had 151 net yards. C.J. Anderson has just been a diamond in the rough find here for the Broncos, 335 rushing yards in the past 2 games. You know, the Bills have really struggled all season long, third downs, and that'll haunt you, especially on the road. 2 for 15 on third down conversions last week at home in the win against the Browns. 36.3% conversions on the season. That's 26th in the league. So I'm going to go with Denver in this particular spot. And your final free selection, I like the way the St. Louis Rams and Jeff Fisher's team is playing right now, and I'm going to ride them today, minus the 3 at Washington. And remember, guys, when the line crosses 3, 4, 7, and sometimes 10, I always encourage you to buy up or buy down the half point accordingly, whether you're on the favorite or the underdog. Rams, you know, they were coming off a tough 3-point loss at San Diego, but they came out last week at home against an Oakland team that had upset Kansas City the previous week and had extra prep time. And what happened? They destroyed the Raiders. 38-0 at halftime, rolled 52-0. Redskins coming off a 49-27 loss at Indianapolis. Colt McCoy sacked 6 times by the Colts in that contest. Well, you know the Rams defense is healthy. Their front line is healthy. They're getting pressure on quarterbacks, witnessed by the 6 sacks they accumulated against Derek Carr last week. Sean Hill has played great since being reinstalled as the starting quarterback. The former running back out of Auburn, Mason, he has produced 297 yards rushing the past 3 games. I'm going to go with St. Louis as your final free selection. Remember, guys, you can get my best bet and the best bets of all 12 handicappers over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com simply by checking out the 1-day free all-access pass. That's $1,000 worth of action. All the best bets of all the handicappers on the site for free, no strings attached. All you got to do is go check out the 1-day free all-access pass. I do it because A, I'm general manager of the site and I can do whatever the hell I want, and B, because I want to show you that I have assembled the best group of handicappers who can win on a consistent long-term basis for you, because nobody wins every day. And what better way to do it than pulling back the curtain and giving you everybody's action for free as a sample to show you. So check it out over at VegasSportsAdvisors.com. I wish you well today, guys, and I'll check back with you again on Monday when we do this one more time.